Sleeping a lot may not be a sign of aging. It could be an early warning of cognitive and physical decline. You might think that sleeping a lot means good rest, that your body is recovering. But the truth might surprise you: in older age, sleeping too much is not always a good sign. In fact, it can be the body's subtle way of signaling that things are slipping out of control. Sleep, something that seems so simple, is actually a delicate key that influences your memory, emotions, life energy, and even your lifespan. So what is really going on behind those long hours of sleep? Why do older adults tend to sleep so much? And most importantly, how can you build a golden sleep schedule, one that keeps you alert, healthy, and joyful every single day? In this video, I will walk with you through each layer of the truth, from the least expected causes to the most science-backed strategies to restore healthy sleep. Before we dive in, drop a comment below with a positive affirmation like, "I deserve an amazing night's sleep every night," or share any wish you have. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you will not miss out on important knowledge like this. Let us build a community full of positive energy and clarity together. So why do older adults sleep so much? Is it just a natural need of the body? Or is it actually a hidden warning sign from within? Right now, I'm going to walk you through each specific cause, and I guarantee some of these will truly surprise you. 1. Changes in the brain and nervous system that come with age. As we enter our senior years, the body does not only change physically, the brain also undergoes a very subtle aging process, and this has a deep impact on sleep. As someone who has spent years researching neurological health in the elderly, I can confidently tell you, sleep is not just a reflection of fatigue. It is a mirror of your brain's condition. Biologically speaking, as we age, the brain starts producing less of several key neurotransmitters, such as melatonin, acetylcholine, and serotonin. These are essential for maintaining a stable internal clock and a healthy sleep-wake cycle. When these chemicals decrease, the brain's ability to regulate sleep becomes weaker. This is why older adults have a harder time falling asleep, wake up more frequently during the night, and often rise too early even when the body has not had enough rest. What is even more concerning is that this fragmented nighttime sleep prevents the brain from completing the deep sleep phases. Those are the moments when nerve cells regenerate and toxins that build up during the day get cleared out. As a result, seniors often feel tired and unfocused even after a full night in bed. To compensate, the nervous system forces the body to nap during the day as a form of self-defense. But here's the catch. Daytime sleep does not make up for the quality of nighttime sleep. It is like sipping small drops of water all day. Instead of drinking a full glass at the right moment, it cannot quench the real thirst. 2. Decrease in vitality and recovery speed. Another major reason why older adults sleep more is the natural decline in energy levels and the body's ability to recover. This is not about laziness or a lack of willpower as some might think. It is simply a natural consequence of biological aging. As we get older, our metabolism slows down, the circulatory system becomes less efficient, muscle mass decreases, and the process of cell repair takes much longer than it did in our youth. When you are young, one good night's sleep is often enough to fully recover from a stressful day or intense activity. But for seniors, the same level of effort might require twice or even 3 times as much rest to feel fully recharged. This explains why simple tasks like taking a short walk, standing in the kitchen for a few hours, or just having a long conversation with family can leave an older person feeling exhausted. The problem is when the body enters a state of excessive rest by sleeping too much or lying still for long periods. That inactivity slows the metabolism even further. The body becomes sluggish, the brain is understimulated, and the nervous system starts to shift into hibernation mode, reducing both alertness and motivation. What is truly concerning is that the more a senior sleeps, especially during the day, the more they lose the drive to move, to engage, and to connect. They start to withdraw, interact less with others, and may slip into a quiet state of apathy or even mild depression without realizing it. 3. The impact of a sedentary lifestyle. One major reason that older adults tend to sleep a lot but not sleep well is a lack of physical activity. As time goes on, the body's ability to move naturally declines. Knees lose flexibility, backs become sore more easily. The heart is no longer as strong. Because of this, seniors often limit themselves to gentle movements or end up sitting or lying down for most of the day. However, that lack of movement creates a negative cycle that disrupts sleep. Our bodies are designed to be active, and getting enough movement during the day leads to a healthy kind of tiredness, a biological state that helps trigger the release of melatonin, the key hormone that helps us fall asleep. When we do not move enough, the body does not use up enough energy, the central nervous system is not fully engaged, and the brain does not get the signal to shut down at night. As a result, older adults may toss and turn, sleep lightly, wake up during the night, and then naturally nap during the day in an attempt to make up for it. But too much daytime sleep is a double-edged sword. It disrupts the body's internal clock, the circadian rhythm. The body starts to lose track of when it is supposed to be awake and when it is supposed to rest. Melatonin gets released at the wrong times, and the entire sleep-wake cycle becomes chaotic. In fact, some neurological studies have shown that when the circadian rhythm is chronically disturbed, the risk of cognitive disorders like memory loss and dementia increases significantly. That is why daily movement, even if it is just light walking, gentle stretching, gardening, or simple yoga, acts like a natural sleeping pill. It not only helps the body generate healthy energy, but also resets the circadian rhythm, which may have been thrown off by poor sleep habits. Now that you understand the hidden causes behind excessive sleep in older adults, you are probably wondering what is the ideal sleep schedule for seniors right now. I will share a science-based sleep routine that is simple, practical, and incredibly effective, something you can start applying as early as tonight. 1. The golden rule: go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. It might sound simple, but this is actually the key to resetting your body's internal time map, also known as the circadian clock. Our bodies operate on a built-in 24-hour cycle called the circadian rhythm. This internal clock regulates almost every essential bodily function, from hormone release and body temperature to blood pressure and your natural sleep-wake patterns. In younger people, the circadian rhythm is usually stable and can bounce back quickly after a few late nights or a change in time zone. But for older adults, the natural aging of a brain region called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, which controls this rhythm, makes the system far more sensitive and much easier to disrupt. Even going to bed a couple of hours late or sleeping in can throw off this delicate system. Your body starts to lose the clear distinction between day and night, leading to poor sleep at night and sluggishness during the day. And if this irregular pattern continues, the brain may lose its ability to produce melatonin at the right time, leading to chronic insomnia or shallow sleep, even if you are spending enough total hours in bed. That is why setting a consistent bedtime, for example 9:00 p.m. and waking up regularly at 5:00 or 6:00 in the morning is the most natural way to restore order in your body's fragile biological system. This helps hormones function more smoothly, improves mood and focus, and especially makes sleep deeper and easier, all without needing medication. 2. The optimal sleep duration, 7 to 8 hours at night, and no more than 30 minutes of napping during the day. We often hear that 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night is enough, but for seniors, this number is more than a guideline. It is a golden limit that needs to be taken seriously. Sleeping less may prevent the brain from fully recharging, while sleeping more can disrupt the sleep cycle, especially if the sleep is fragmented with frequent awakenings. One common habit I see in older adults is long daytime naps, especially afternoon naps that last over an hour. Many assume this helps them make up for poor sleep the night before, but science tells a different story. Napping too long during the day can actually leave you feeling more tired afterward and make it harder to fall asleep at night. This is because our bodies cycle through different sleep stages from light sleep, stage N1 and N2, to deep sleep, stage N3, and finally into dream sleep, REM. When you nap for more than 30 minutes, your brain tends to enter the deeper stages of sleep. If you are woken up in the middle of this stage, you may experience what is known as sleep inertia, a groggy, disoriented state where it is hard to feel fully awake. This is especially common in older adults, whose recovery time is slower than in younger people. So if you often feel drained after a nap, you might be falling right into this biological trap. So what kind of nap is actually good for seniors? The answer lies in both duration and timing. Neurological research shows that a short nap, often called a power nap lasting around 15 to 30 minutes, is ideal. This is long enough to give your brain a rest during the lighter sleep stages, but not so long that you enter deep sleep. This kind of nap can improve focus and mental clarity even more effectively than a cup of coffee, and without the negative side effects on nighttime sleep that caffeine can cause. Timing matters just as much. The best time to nap is between 12 o'clock noon and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This is when our circadian rhythm naturally dips, making it the perfect window to rest. Avoid napping after 3 o'clock in the afternoon because it can reduce your body's sleep pressure at night and make it harder to fall asleep on time. 3. The ideal bedtime window from 9:30 in the evening to 5:30 in the morning. One of the most important factors for getting quality sleep is not just how long you sleep, but when you sleep in sync with your body's natural circadian rhythm. According to sleep science, the golden window for older adults to get deep restorative sleep is between 9:30 in the evening and 5:30 in the morning. Why this time frame? It all comes down to melatonin, the hormone that triggers drowsiness and helps you stay in deep sleep. In healthy individuals, melatonin production naturally begins as light fades, usually around 8 o'clock in the evening, and reaches its peak between 10 o'clock and midnight. After that, melatonin levels stay high until around 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning, then gradually decline to help the body wake up. However, in older adults, melatonin production decreases with age, and the brain's ability to transmit sleep signals becomes less efficient. That is why sleeping in sync with your body's natural melatonin cycle becomes even more crucial. If a senior goes to bed too late, say after 11 o'clock at night, they might miss the melatonin peak entirely, making it much harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. To make the most of your sleep golden hour, the first step is to adjust the lighting in your home. After 7 o'clock in the evening, dim bright white lights and switch to softer, warmer tones. Avoid screens like phones, televisions, or computers for at least 1 hour before bedtime, as blue light from these devices strongly suppresses melatonin and tricks the brain into thinking it is still daytime. Next, consider your meals. A light dinner before 7 o'clock in the evening, rich in fiber, low in sugar, and free from caffeine or spicy foods will prevent your digestive system from working overtime at night. And it is especially important to limit fluid intake after 8 o'clock to avoid nighttime bathroom trips, which can easily interrupt the deep sleep cycles that are already more fragile in older adults. Finally, create a relaxing pre-bedtime ritual. It could be a cup of herbal tea with no caffeine, some calming music, a few simple stretches, or a few minutes of mindfulness meditation. Repeating these activities each night sends a clear signal to your brain that it is time to wind down, making it easier to drift off naturally. Do not underestimate these little steps. They are your body's biological bridge into deep, healing sleep. Now that you know the ideal time to go to bed, keep in mind that sticking to a schedule alone is not enough. To truly help your body ease into sleep every night, you also need to build habits that gently reset your natural circadian rhythm habits that are simple, calming, and surprisingly effective. 1. 30 minutes before bedtime, turn off screens, switch to warm lighting, and avoid stressful conversations. The 30 minutes before you get into bed are often referred to as a golden window, the time for your body and brain to shift from alert mode into a calm, restful state that prepares you for natural sleep. Start by turning off all electronic devices, such as phones, televisions, and computers. The blue light from these screens suppresses melatonin production, making it harder to feel sleepy and leading to shallow, fragmented sleep. Instead, use warm, soft lighting just enough to create a cozy and relaxed environment without interfering with your internal clock. At the same time, avoid intense conversations, negative news, or anxious thoughts. Your brain needs to wind down before it can switch into rest mode. Try light activities like reading something calming, listening to instrumental music, massaging your hands and feet, or soaking your feet in warm water with a few drops of essential oil. These simple actions do more than help you relax. They form a nightly ritual that sends a clear signal to your brain. It is time to go to sleep. 2. The ideal sleep environment: temperature, scent, and lighting. Let us begin with temperature. The human body naturally lowers its internal temperature when preparing for sleep. A room that is too warm disrupts this process and makes it harder to fall into deep sleep. On the other hand, a mildly cool room, ideally around 65 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit or about 18 to 21 degrees Celsius, helps your body ease into rest. You can use a light blanket to stay comfortable, especially keeping your feet warm since they play a key role in sleep regulation. Next is lighting. A perfect sleep environment should be completely dark or lit with only very soft light. Even small amounts of light can interfere with melatonin production, which is the hormone that helps you feel sleepy. If there are streetlights shining into your bedroom, or you are unable to turn off all lights, use blackout curtains or a sleep mask. A dark room not only helps you fall asleep faster, but also keeps you in deep sleep for longer. Scent is another powerful factor. Natural essential oils, such as lavender, sandalwood, or sweet orange, have been shown to calm the nervous system, reduce anxiety, and help you drift off more quickly. You can use a diffuser or simply place a tissue with a few drops of oil near your pillow. The key is to choose a scent that feels soothing and does not irritate you. Also, keep your bedroom tidy, clean, and well ventilated. Make your bed every morning and change the sheets regularly. Avoid having electronics like a television, phone, or work desk in the bedroom. These can blur the brain's sense of what the space is for making it harder to fully relax. 3. Add gentle movement during the day to improve sleep quality at night. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to improve sleep quality in older adults is to maintain light physical activity during the day. Many people mistakenly believe that the older we get, the more we should rest. But in reality, too much stillness actually makes the body sluggish sleep harder to come by, and the mind more fatigued. When you engage in gentle movements like walking, yoga, or meditation, your body releases excess energy and also produces positive hormones such as serotonin. Serotonin is a key building block of melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall into deeper, more restful sleep at night. Most importantly, that feeling of healthy tiredness from just the right amount of movement creates natural biological pressure that helps sleep arrive at the right time. Just 30 minutes of walking a day, a few minutes of light meditation, or some simple stretching exercises can be enough to help your body reset its internal rhythm. You will find yourself sleeping more soundly, waking up less during the night, and feeling more refreshed and energized in the morning, all without needing any sleeping pills. Sleep is not just a time for rest, it is a powerful process of deep recovery for both the body and the mind, especially in our later years. sleeping too much is not always a good sign. In some cases, it may actually be a quiet warning from a body that is out of balance. But the good news is you absolutely can reset your sleep the right way, starting with small things like a consistent sleep schedule, balanced meals, gentle daily movement, and creating a sleep-friendly environment. Think of sleep as the foundation for restoring your energy every day, a chance to feel more alert, live more joyfully, and connect more deeply with the people you love. If you found this message helpful, do not hesitate to leave a positive comment below, like, "I deserve a wonderful night's sleep every night," or share the insight that resonated with you the most. And remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss valuable content on health and well-being in your golden years. Let us spread positive energy and live healthier, happier lives together.